and welcome back to my channel. This is 5-Minute Math. Today we're going to be solving one-step equations. One-step equations are equations that you solve by doing one step or one operation. The aim is to isolate the variable by undoing or reversing the operation that's being done to the variable. Let's look at some operations and their opposites or their inverse. If their operation is addition, the inverse or opposite is subtraction. If your operation is subtraction, the inverse or opposite is addition. If your operation is division, the inverse or opposite is multiplication. If your operation is multiplication, the inverse or opposite is division. If you have a positive, the opposite of that is negative. If you have a negative, the opposite of that is positive. Let's look at some examples of operations and their opposites. If I have negative 10, the opposite of that would be positive 10. And that would give you a 0 pair. If I have 17, the opposite of that would be minus 17. Again, you have a 0 pair. If we have 1/3, we can multiply using the multiplicative inverse or the reciprocal, which is 3/1. Again, this will give me 1 because 3 divided 3 is 1. So we can cross cancel. Let's look at some examples of solving one-step equations. Let's say you have x plus 21 equals 45. Look at what is happening to your variable. It's being added by 21. The opposite or the inverse is to minus 21. And we do that on both sides because this is an equation. We want to keep it balanced. What you do on one side, you must do on the other side. Positive 21 minus 21 will give me a 0 pair. X is going to be equal to 45 minus 21 is 24. We have to check to make sure that our answer is correct. Write back your original equation, and then we're going to substitute our answer. Our answer is 24, so wherever we see x, we're going to substitute that with 24. So this will be 24 plus 21. Does that equal to 45? 24 plus 21 is 45, and 45 does equal to 45. That means that my answer is indeed correct. Look at another example. Let us say we have x minus 19 equals 33. Again, what is happening to your variable? And then you will do the opposite or the inverse of that. I've shown you before that when it's a negative, the opposite would be positive. So that means I'm going to add 19 to both sides of my equation. Again, this will be 0, right? Minus 19 plus 19 is 0. X is going to be equal to 33 plus 19 is 52. Now we need to check to make sure our answer is correct. X minus 19 equals 33. We're going to substitute our answer. 52 minus 19 equals 33. We are to never assume that our answer 52 minus 19 is indeed 33, but we have to make sure. So when I take 1 from 5, I'm left with 4. 12 minus 9 is 3. 4 minus 1 is 3. So indeed, 52 minus 19 is 33. Example 3. If I have a negative 11 plus x equals 8. Again, look at what is happening to your variable. Again, the opposite of negative is positive. So positive 11 on both sides. I'm adding 11 on both sides. Minus 11 plus 11 is 0. X is going to equal 19. Now I need to check. Minus 11 plus x equals 8. Minus 11 plus, substitute my answer, that's 19 equals 8. Using the rules of integers. If you don't remember how to do that, go back and check my video on adding integers. And minus 11 plus 19 equals 8. 8 equals 8. Another example. Let's look at a multiplication example this time. 9x is equal to 108. It's my original problem. 9x means 9 multiply x. The opposite or the inverse of a multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide by 9 actually on both sides. 9 divided 9 is 1. We don't say 1x. X by itself is 1x. So we just write x. And 108 divided 9 is 12. Again, checking our answer is a very important part of solving equations. Again, 9x means 9 times x. Substitute the value of x, so 9 times 12 equals 108. 9 times 12 is 108, and that does equal 108. That proves my answer to be correct. Number 5, let's look at a division example. If I have x divide 15 equal 6. Again, what is happening to my variable? It's being divided. The opposite of division is multiplication. I'm going to multiply by 15 on both sides. And 15 divide 15 would be 1. Again, we don't say 1x, we just say x. And 6 times 15 is 90. Now we must check. So x divided 15 equals 6. Replace x with my answer. That was 90 divided 15. Does that equal 6? Yes, 90 divided 16 divide 15 is 6. So 6 equals to 6. Thank you for joining me in another exciting episode of 5 Minute Math with Miss Spencer. Thank you.